Hi there, Loy Machedo. Speaking to you from loymachedo.com. Who's Loy Machedo? Think Personal Branding. Okay, the time right now is 3:08 in the morning. Okay, I am a light sleeper, and as it is, getting sleep is hard. But then when you hear a news, when you just open your smartphone, just think, okay, I'll see important emails from client customer. When you see breaking news, you're like, oh my goodness, then you wake up. Okay, so don't mind, I'm a little sleepy. All right, so it seems Andrew Tate, the guy who was going viral, who had billions of views, billions, huh? So he finally got banned from Facebook and Instagram. Okay, you can check whichever article you want, whether BBC, CNN, but I'm using BBC as the standard. Okay, now I'll give you my thoughts about free speech, about him being banned. Is it good? Is it bad? And finally, what do I think? And please put your comments down below whether you agree, disagree with what I have to say. Feeling sleepy, man. Okay. Um, See now, Andrew Tate, he he's one of those individuals who, like Kim Kardashian, who's famous for the sake of being famous, and they eventually find something that makes them famous and they capitalize on it. Kim Kardashian, with her, sexual, showing her boobs, her ass, her body, how she became famous, sex video. And through that, she capitalized. And from there, she built a brand, clothes, and whatever. Okay. So each and every person wants to be famous, whether it's movies or whether it's social media. They try to figure out some ways, like that KB, that guy who does like this. He found this works very well, and that expression, that deadpan expression, and he has got billions of views and millions of followers. Okay, so all of us, I'm talking of content creators or people who are on social media, are trying to figure out their niche. Some people tend to have a nice niche, positive coaching, and you can do it, you can achieve the impossible. Then some people have whether bodybuilding or showing their physique or doing extreme sports. Some people have gaming. Then some people have stuff like this, which is controversial. Now, Andrew Tate always took on the persona of being the bad boy. Okay. Now, on one hand, you have feminine, feminists or feminine toxicity, as they call. They have all these terminologies nowadays. So, females were coming out with that, and now males have started to also hit back and come out with that, with their version of commercialized or popularized male toxicity, as you can call it. Now, the problem here is, if feminists only speak only extreme feminism, male, I don't know what do you call it, male toxicity, whatever. Okay, they'll only speak this angle. There is no middle ground. Now, the sad fact is, females seem to get away with whatever they want to say. Males cannot get away with whatever they want to say, and I'll tell you the reason why. This is my theory. Maybe I'm wrong. Women have always had it tough right from the beginning. Okay, there are a lot of people, I don't know how they say no, women never had it, women are always equal or whatever. The fact of the matter is, women always have it tough. Even today, women have it tough. Whether it's religion, men can be the priests, men can take charge, women can't take charge. Whether it's a corporate world, normally they prefer male CEOs and all of that. And yes, there is a school of thought that says women are not being differentiated or discriminated. The reason why you do not see many female CEOs is because they become mothers, they choose a family over a career path, which I totally agree. Okay, so I know that is debatable. But now here what happens is, when a guy starts speaking, we need to put women in place, we need to do this, do that. The issue is, you start getting a breed of young boys who are very impressionable. They get carried away with any nonsense, and they in turn start causing harm. I'll give you a simple example. In my WhatsApp groups, okay, I have plenty of WhatsApp groups. There are many 18 plus year old boys. I prefer to keep the age at 18. I've got requests from 16, 15, 12. I just feel it's a bit too young to join my groups. Okay. So I've got 18, I've kept it okay. Very rare cases, I might say okay to a 17 or a 16-year-old. Okay. So these boys join our groups, and sometimes whenever I have time, I just see their comments. Ever since Andrew Tate has been, posting these ads, these $1 or whatever ads, and his ads have been appearing, and he successfully utilized the multi-level marketing strategy. His videos have gone viral, absolutely exploded. If you actually check 1 year ago, there was no Andrew Tate. Or 1 or 2 years ago, there was no Andrew Tate. The reason why he's become famous is because he started giving these really shocking statements about male empowerment, but at the cost of female empowerment. Like, you need to treat these bitches in this way. Oh, that bitch serves me in this way. I can have sex with someone else, and the bitch does. So the problem is, okay, to a certain level, this might be entertaining or funny or whatever. But after a certain point, it starts getting disturbing. And what I was noticing is these young boys, some of them educated, they were actually saying, hey, what do you think of our Andrew Tate scores, man? Yeah, man, you need to put these bitches in their place. And boys who never had a girlfriend in their lives, boys who never experienced what it is to be with a woman, are now actually disrespecting women and talking about them as sexual objects. And where it becomes a problem is, once this normalizes in your brain that you think it's normal to treat women bad, then you start experimenting with actions. And the best example for this is porn. When you might watch porn for sex or masturbation or pleasure or whatever, but then if you take it literally and very seriously, oh, he's doing this from this side, he's 3 4 guys are catching, oh, he's strangling her, very soon people start thinking this may be normal. I can do this. I can get away with this. Has it influenced me when I was oh yes, I was like thinking, wow, why don't we do this? Why don't we do that? You want to experiment because you're a young man, you have so much of testosterone in your body, you don't know what to do. And when you're with a girl, you obviously are very curious. See, being a coach, being a guy who has, I get plenty of people from various age groups. It's rare that I get youngsters because my prices are expensive, my coaching sessions. But it's even more rare when I get a young girl. We are talking of maybe in their 20s. And I did get some young females who, over the years, you're talking of nearly, what man, nearly 15 years plus of coaching and all, girls who are telling me that their boyfriend tried to strangle them. Girls who are the boyfriend wanted to do something disgusting. Think of anything disgusting that you see. Ew, how can they do that? They actually wanted to. In fact, in one case, this girl told me that as he was having sex, all of a sudden 2 3 of his friends came in, and he's saying, "Come on, I want to do this. If you love me, you have to do this." And she was sobbing and telling me that how they forced themselves on her. Now, the boy is a decent guy. He's a decent lad. He's going to be a doctor. The girl was sobbing and telling me, this is what they did. It's not because they were evil, but because they thought it was cool. In fact, I myself, I'm telling you this is not a joke. I had one girl who actually said, I'm tempted to try 3 on 1. I'm like, why are you tempted? Because it's not every day you get a girl. Yeah, we'll have two guys with me, or me and my friend with you. I was like, from where did you get all these ideas? This is when I was, being a playboy. Okay, and that time Facebook and all this social media was not that rampant, at least in terms of behavior. Because this girl, she doesn't have her parents who are always busy, and she's busy watching such programs, VHS tapes and all, CDs and DVDs. So all I'm telling you is, when this guy starts putting this content and he's paying for it, and he's having multi-level marketing and he's making it look cool, you will get youngsters, young boys and girls who will be influenced with this. Now, as per the article, it seems Facebook and that is Meta right now, Facebook and Instagram, has banned his account completely. You have before he had just 1 million followers in June, and it seems in just 2 months or something, 3 months, he went to 4.7 million. And even more, what is even more shocking is he's popular on TikTok, he's popular on YouTube, he's popular. The reason why he's popular is, once you sign up for his course for $49, whatever, he gives you a template what to do. He tells you step by step, make a video about me, promote me, hashtag me. And if you get followers, I'll give you some points, or I'll give you access to this, that, whatever. So he was promoting a lifestyle, giving them promises that you can be very rich, very successful, an alpha male. And the his concept of alpha male was big cars, expensive lifestyle, and women who are falling all over you. And for a young boy, for a impressionable young man, when you see expensive cars, Lamborghini, and big house, and you dressed up like a James Bond character, and you're getting this hot, really females who are physically hot, which is not practical, but what you see in Hollywood, they're drooling all over you, which is not real, and dying for you. A boy will say, "Oh, I want this." Just imagine boys in my groups. They were not talking of their career. They were not talking of studying. They were not talking about learning. They were not talking of anything practical. You should be speaking about college education. You should be speaking about learning and growing. Instead of that, hey man, these bitches, we need to treat them this way. From where do they get all these ideas? Obviously, they can't say it publicly, so they say it privately. And when this kind of breeds into normalcy, it becomes very disturbing. Okay, so his videos, what was happening is Andrew Tate, he used to give a true statement like there are a lot of young men out there who are suffering. It's a true statement. There are a lot of young men whose hearts are broken. That's a true statement. But then saying he'll get you to say yes, yes, yes. He'll give you these universal statements, and boys will always say, see, this is the truth. A lot of young men are suffering. A lot of young men have been taken advantage of women. Nobody's supporting these young men. So those are true statements. Then he'll piggyback this true statement with some completely disturbing reality, or bullshit that he likes to give, like men are suffering today, girls are breaking men's hearts, okay, boys hearts or whatever. We need to put them in their place. You need to be an alpha and tell that bitch this and that. See what is happening. A guy who's heartbroken will think, oh, I'm heartbroken, what do I do? And then he listens to this guy saying, you have been heartbroken and cheated. So you feel, what a role model. He kind of relates to me. And then he gives you this solution, and you begin to think, oh, bloody hell, man. He's saying that if a girl breaks your heart, it's time for us to stand up together and face it. And then he gives a series of steps, which is totally unrealistic. See, I'll tell you this much. Andrew Tate is a smart guy. Maybe in real life he's a genuine person. Maybe he's nice. But the problem is the persona that he's creating outside is so misleading and is so disturbing. The problem is, it may be fun and entertainment for mature people like us who know the realities of life, but for a young boy, it's really, really bad. And yes, you need to have free speech. Yes, you need to be allowed to say what you want. But the problem with people is nowadays they're commercializing this free speech concept into actually causing harm. Like how you have transgender movement where people who are really disturbed, people who really are lost, young girls, they are promoting cutting off healthy breast tissue, cutting it off, your whole breast, they cut it off, they completely cut it off, they stitch it. Young girls, you're talking to, and showing their scars, be proud of your scars. What are you doing? You get, just imagine you and me, did we know what we want when we are in our 20s or when we are 15-year-old? All they are targeting these people. And who's backing them? A billion-dollar pharmaceutical, not the medical industry. Why? Because they make billions of dollars making them go through these unwanted procedures. Now, from where did it become a trend? How many girls are talking of, I want to transition to a boy, I want to take testosterone, I want to feel different? How did it become cool? When they start, what do you say, commercializing what is free speech. Free speech should be where we have a debate, we disagree with each other, and we are okay with each other. I highly support free speech, even if I do not like what the person has to say, whether it's mocking me, mocking religion, mocking whatever. Okay, even him, I'm not. I don't believe Andrew Tate should be banned. I'm giving my point of view. However, the challenge is he is targeting young children, young boys. That is where it becomes dangerous. And for this strategy of his, he should be banned. At least what they should have done, but where it's very hard to regulate it, is him targeting young children, young, impressionable young men. This is where the problem takes place. And one last thing, okay, one last thing. Now you have Facebook, you have Meta, Instagram. I know what many people will say. Oh, they were saying you should take COVID, this thing, but they're not allowing us to speak against COVID. Oh, they are in Saudi and they are following their rules. They are in Pakistan and they're saying anything anti-Pakistan, anti-Islamic will not put. Oh, they are manipulating. If you are running a big billion-dollar business, you have to follow the rules of the country. If you do not follow, the country can say bugger off. What will you do? Like for example, United States, they put these restrictions on Huawei and saying that you're spying on our citizens when US itself is spying on their own citizens. Edward Snowden, why did he escape from USA? What about Julian Assange? These people revealed the reality, they told the truth, but they got punished for it. So it's not that USA is a saint and China is evil. Every country has its own political agenda and its own reasons to do whatever they are doing. And there is nobody a saint. Nobody. Whether it's Elon Musk, whether it's AOC, whether it's Biden, whether it's Trump, everyone has their agenda. So there's no saints. However, when you're running a business, if you want to make money, you need to follow the rules. If tomorrow you're running a business and someone tells you, if you do this, you're banned from our country or we will deport you, you will follow. The problem is these people who are keyboard warriors who get free Gmail, free Google, free Facebook, free everything. They feel, oh, it's offensive to me. Oh, you're hurting my feelings. Over here, where Andrew Tate is concerned, I didn't mind the offensive stuff. Like people say, what shit is on your face? They say I'm ugly. They say my wife looks like this. My child looks like this. I don't get offended. I'm too thick skinned for that. But there are a lot of boys and girls out there whom a comment like this can really hurt. And especially when you're in school, especially when you're on social. Why do you think so many young boys and girls, they are doing things they should not be doing on social media? Like Instagram. Why are girls showing... I've seen small girls lifting their shirt to show their breasts. Means not full, just showing... Young girls. Just go to TikTok. Have a look at how many girls are showing their bum and their boobs and they're dancing like this with bikini, with a thin string of cloth covering them. These may be grown-up women, but when girls see this, they think this is, wow, this is the way to be famous. When boys see all this, they start sexualizing every woman. What do you think goes through boys' heads when they see a girl? If they keep seeing porn and they see a girl, it's today. I think we are on new grounds. We are in a strange new world where we have to evaluate. Okay, freedom of speech is required. Yes, you are allowed to say whatever you want. But is your speech, is your expression making someone or influencing someone to do something bad? That also you're targeting small children, you're targeting young boys and girls to do things which can harm them and harm others. Then that is a big problem. And where it comes to whether it's religion, whether it's atheism, whether it is whatever, the minute it starts influencing other people to harm others, there I think there should be a clamp down. With Andrew Tate, intelligent guy, really intelligent, built a brand on controversy. His secret sauce was, he knew for a fact was controversy, was to be this alpha male kind of a thing. But his strategy to target young boys, men, that also at the expense of women, that was very wrong. I am totally against the so-called feminazis and feminists and transgender activists or whatever. At the same time, I'm also against people like this. Like, just to conclude, just yesterday I spoke to a Filipina girl who was telling me that her boyfriend violently abused her to such an extent. She's a mother, she has a daughter, to such an extent where now she's in a state of shock. She is afraid to meet other people. She's locked up in a house and she confided in me, told me, shared with me this. In fact, she even showed me her scars. It's terrible. And the guy that she showed me, the person who she showed me, he's very respectable, He looks very nice. He's very smart, but he's influenced by all this graphic content. He's brainwashed, and he thought it is normal to physically harm to show that you're an alpha male. So where does this end? And how do we put a stop to this? For me, it's unfortunate that this guy is blocked. It's unfortunate. But he left people no chance. He kept pushing the envelope to the point where it became impossible to keep quiet. And I'll tell you this, whether it's Twitter that has banned him, whether it's Facebook, whether Instagram, they are not going to stop till they get him out. All the women, all the men, all the people who are concerned, especially parents of youngsters. Yes, you will have the feminists who will jump on him. Yes, you'll have the haters jump on him. That is also a sizable percentage. But when you have everyone and you have put so much of content, it's one against millions. And I'll tell you, for a business, getting millions versus getting just one, they would always prefer the popular vote. Anyway, this is what I have to say with regards to this. For a guy who got 12.7 billion views with his hashtag, I think it's just a time before he gets completely shadow banned. The BBC has approached Google and YouTube for comment. Well, they're not responded, but I think it's a matter of time before he completely gets out. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Good, bad, ugly. I'd love to hear from you. It's me signing off. You guys take care.